found Long Briar Cottage. My name is Amy. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I hope everybody is doing great. Y'all, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I'm gonna apologize in advance. I have got the crud. I've got sinus drainage. And when I talk, it causes me to cough. So we're going to see how I'm going to try to make it through. I've got my big jug of water. That way I can keep my throat from drying out. But wanted to come on a minute early. That way I could say hello to you guys and get started on a couple of things. I know that I'm going to have to do some sanding here, and wanted to get that started and give you guys a minute to get on. How is everybody? I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. Y'all, it's been crazy. I mean, we got crazy weather. It's like, what is going on, y'all? So, I know that several of y'all came to tell y'all about my trip. So, last week. I hope y'all missed me at least just a little bit. I have, listen, I had goals while I was gone to get some things done as far as some planning. Y'all, it didn't happen. But I did have good intentions, so. Like I said, we're going to give it a few minutes. The notification has went out. And I know that takes a minute for it to get out. And everybody to start jumping on. There's Miss Cindy, Miss Linda. Oh, Miss Linda, I'm gonna have to be grounded, girl. I really meant to call you today. I got busy at work, and girl, I forgot all about it. I'm going to put it on my calendar to call you tomorrow. Hello, Miss Doreen, Miss Sandy, all my lady, all my friends are rolling in. Hello, hello. Y'all, I'm just doing a little sanding while I'm waiting on you guys to roll in. How's everybody's weather? Y'all still got, y'all down here, there's no more snow. Snow is gone. Girl, it's under my notifications come through Telegram. So you need to make sure that you're signed up through, for my Telegram. The link for Telegram is in the pin. It's pinned on my, at the top there of my, on the Facebook page to sign up for Telegram. So, Miss Sandy, make sure that you get signed up for my Telegram, because that's how I send out the notification, is through Telegram. So, that, and you should have a notification to check on my page that you're receiving the notifications that I'm going live. That, Miss Sandy, you need to check. You need to just set your alarm clock for 8 o'clock on Thursday, because that's when I go live. You know I love you, girl. Or so I'll be around till spring. Oh, Miss Doreen. Hey, Miss Kathy. Hello. Expecting more snow. Y'all, it's just, I get back and we ain't getting no snow. I did see some forecast somewhere saying that there's supposed to be another round of snow coming towards the end of the month, like around the 20th of February. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Hey, Miss Felicia. Hey, girl. But, that's what I heard. So I don't know. Listen, these weather people, they got a 50-50 chance to get it right. So thank you, girl, for watering the flowers. Thank you. Y'all, if you're new here or you're just, you're catching me on the replay, watering the flowers just means to S-H-A-R-E. It means hit that little arrow and send me out to your friends. Put me out on your page. All the dust, y'all. Get rid of the dust. Okay, guys, here's what I'm working on tonight. Oh, I should have grabbed another one of those, and I didn't. I am working on our cutting board and our carrots, guys. This is, it can make, it's going to be a little interchangeable. I'll be putting more items that will go in this. But your cutting board, it'll have different things that you can stick down into the cutting board. And right now I've got carrots that's going to go into it. This thing, it sets up off of it so that you'll be able to put stuff into it. And y'all, and I did it last night just so I could have a sample. I did a mini one. How cute is the little one? Y'all, I had more fun with the little one. I did a little mini one, and y'all, I made it into a magnet. Okay, and I did the little carrots. So, y'all, I need to put some jute around those. But the cute little carrots go inside this little mini one. So this is available in 2 sizes. There is the mini one. Okay. And this is like, 3 by, I think it's 3 by 5. Yeah, it's almost 3.5 by 5 for the little one. I think the little one's cute. You could do it as a magnet, or you could prop it up on a tier tray. I think it's cute. I think it's adorable. But tonight, we're going to do the bigger one. I've got the bigger one. And I went ahead, and it's got 2 pieces that's going to go behind our little chicken wire. That's what's going to set it up off of the cutting board. So I went ahead and got it sitting there being glued, okay? And I've got everything sanded. And y'all, for some reason on these boards, I really, if it's looking that primitive farmhouse stuff, y'all, I really like the paint, I really like the crackle. I like the crackle on it. And I've pulled some, like primitive orange color things to make a bow. And instead of using white, I think I'm going to use like a buttermilk color on the top for my crackle, instead of like white. What do you think? What do you think? But we're going to start out with my favorite. We're going to put a coat of weathered wood. This is Debbie's Design Diary DIY paint. It's my favorite color. My favorite color. Y'all, because when it dries, it looks like weathered wood. But I'm going to put that down as my base coat, so that when my crackle comes through, the crackle is going to be dark. It's going to be dark. Oh, snow's melting for Miss Kathy. Good deal, girl. Good deal. No, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to have another round of it because we didn't really get it. We got enough that did a dusting, but I want some to be able to go play in because I wasn't here. I did get the last bit of it though when we came back from the cruise. Y'all, we were supposed to come back through Charlotte because we were on American on Saturday coming back, and we left Miami, or we got to Miami, and everything looked fine. Everything said everything was on time, or maybe it did say there was a slight delay, but it wasn't anything big. Next thing I know, flights started getting canceled. They started changing around all our flights, and they canceled one, they rescheduled us and said, you're going to get in that evening. He says, come to Ohio. We got more time. And then what happened is, of course, they rescheduled it, said we were going, and next thing I know, we start hearing from different people in the airport that they had closed Charlotte Airport. And I knew. Hello, Miss Janet. Miss Janet, are you in Facebook jail again? That we weren't going to get back. And the crazy thing was, y'all make it make sense. Here is what their thoughts were. Hold on a second. Let me get this dry. Okay. Their thoughts, okay, to get us home was to change our flight from Miami to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to Charlotte, Charlotte to Chattanooga. I went, Charlotte is the problem. Charlotte's the problem. But yet you still want to route us through Charlotte. So they kept, I kept getting updates. They kept changing our flight. In the meantime, we're standing in line at the airport. Y'all, it was like going to, it was like standing in line at Disneyland, except none of the fun. Because we were in line for over an hour. And finally, my friend, her and I, we both had the phone calling the airline. And I was trying to call and she was trying to call. And the answer was, whichever one of us got a hold of them first, we're going to try to get the same person to help both of us. We told them, we said, guys, the problem is Charlotte. And it kept getting delayed. We were going to have to literally overnight in the Philadelphia airport or overnight in Miami airport. It was just horrible. I finally found, I said, there's a flight from Miami to Atlanta, Georgia. can you get us on that flight? And the lady went, oh, sure, yeah. I said, girl, get us on that flight, because if I'm in Atlanta, I'm close enough to home. If I can't rent a car to get there, somebody can come get me. So, y'all, we ended up coming into Atlanta and having to rent a car to get back home. At getting back to Atlanta at 10:30, 11 o'clock. It was 11 o'clock, I think, the time we got out, that we left the airport. I'm telling you. Miss Lynn, I caught the cruise crud. Me and my husband both are sick. Yep, we are. And Miss Doreen, I am about 2 hours from Atlanta. So driving, from Atlanta back home was not a problem. Like I said, we got home, because there was 4 of us anyways, and we rented a car, and we got our friends dropped off at their house, and we got home. Time I got home, got in bed, I was probably, it's probably 2 o'clock in the morning, time we got everything unloaded. Well, we didn't get everything unloaded, because with all the crazy, of course, our luggage didn't make it. The only luggage that made it was what we had with us. So, we did end up having two bags with us, but our 2 big bags, they didn't make it back till they made it back the next day. So somehow they got back about 6 o'clock the next day on Sunday. So that probably would have been about the time that we got back. Had we gotten stuck on one of those other flights. So yes, Miss Doreen, it can be. It was I'm telling you, it was a booger. It was a booger. Okay, y'all, I got my glue down. I put a little more down here on the bottom. I don't know that you're gonna see it anyways, but we'll put it. But other than that, other than the coming home issues, y'all, we made it just fine. We didn't have any other travel snafus. I'm putting this on kind of thick. Because I want it to crackle good. Like I said, I'm using Hey, Miss Michelle. Yeah, yes, Aunt Deb. listen, the sickness is just, it's sinuses, it's drainage, when we started home on Saturday, my husband and I both we could tell that we had the itchy, watery eyes and the sore throat coming on. And y'all know that before we left, I told y'all I was taking, we were both taking vitamin C before we left, trying to be, we were trying to be prepared, y'all, that maybe we would, get the preemptive strike and that, the sickness monster would not get us, but nope. And it kind of hit me the most on Tuesday. I made it to work on Monday, and I was only able to work half day before my boss sent me home. He goes, out, go, out, home. And then Tuesday I woke up and I just couldn't hardly breathe. Just all the drainage. And even this morning, I woke up about 4:30 this morning, just feel like I was drowning. And I had to get up and go lay in the recliner. And it felt so much better. So, y'all, the cruise went great. We went on MSC World America, and we went to the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, and then one day at their private island. Y'all, the weather when we got there and we got to Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico was amazing. It was probably 80. It was in the 80s. It was in the 80s and fabulous. But that cold front that you guys were getting here in the upper was going down, and it was pushing the cold weather down. So it meant that the latter part of the week, that area down there, they were in the 60s. So the last 3 days of the cruise, it was only 60, 62 degrees those last 3 days. And one of the days, it rained. And y'all, I did a splurge because the rainy day was on, I think, Thursday. And my husband, he wasn't feeling good. And so me and my girlfriend went to the spa. They had what was called a thermal area. So they had a huge, they called it a hot tub, but it was like, to me, it was an indoor pool. It was the size of an indoor pool, but it had like jets at one end, at both ends, but the inside, the center didn't have jets, and it was hot. Well, I say hot. It was warm. It wasn't hot to where you couldn't stand to be in there. And we went in there and spent the afternoon in the spa, in the hot tub. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to talk over that thing. Trying to get this. We're gonna have to let that needs to sit there and dry a little bit. We had we stayed in there, and they had these chairs, okay? And I'm gonna tell you the joke me and my girlfriend had about it because it was funny. and I'll tell you why. They had these chairs. They were concrete loungers, okay? They were tiled, but they were like lounge chairs, okay? They were heated, okay? So when you laid on them, they were nice and toasty warm. They weren't too hot to like burn you or anything, but they were just warm. So laying there in your bathing suit after getting out of the hot tub, laying on that chair, best feeling ever. Sorry y'all, let me get some orange paint. Okay. Get my green too. But the spa's the best. They had, it is, Miss Sandy, it is the best. So we were making fun of those loungers because, y'all, my friend that was with me, she has a Temu problem. She's got stuff, she's got shipments coming in she buys from Temu all the time. She even bought her luggage that she took on the cruise was from Temu. We gave her a hard time the whole time, saying that it probably wouldn't make it. But it did. I told her, I said, you need to look it up on Temu and see if we can buy these chairs. And I said, but the problem with those chairs is you getting them from Temu is that they're going to come, you're going to get a bag of concrete, and then you're going to get the little bag of the tiles. It'll be a DIY project. Y'all, her and I, we laugh. We laughed so hard about that. We kept laughing about the whole Temu chairs. Okay, y'all, this color I'm using, this is some of that Hobby Lobby, that Crafters Collection paint that's only 49¢. It's called Autumn Harvest. It's pretty much the same color as Burnt Orange. I mean, well, it's a little bit brighter. So I figured I would try it on my carrots. But y'all, we laughed. We had more fun. And I got to go, while I was in the spa, I sat in the sauna. I went to the steam room. Oh, they also, in the sauna, they had a snow room. They had a room that you went into that it was literally snowing. You went into this room, and I was like, well, what kind of, it's like, what, it's something about that being the hot and the cold, that the cold, you know, is supposed to help you or whatever. So, it was pretty cool to go in there after you were, you were hot, and to go stand in that snow room. The thing was, I think I could have stayed in there longer if I had had shoes on, but I didn't have my flip-flops on. And so standing in there, my feet were cold. My body was still warm, but my feet were cold. But yeah, if you go on a cruise and it has one of those, a big spa area, this one had a big spa. It's definitely worth it to take a day for some little self-pampering. My husband, while her and I were in there, both our husbands, they were back in the rooms separately, but taking a nap. They were taking a nap. So they got to enjoy a nap that day while we were enjoying the spa. Yeah, exactly. I did. My girlfriend splurged more than I did because she bought the pass. She had the whole week pass. I only got the day pass, so that wasn't bad. But the other thing that I noticed about the cruise, there was a lot of foreign people, which is fine. Foreign speaking people. And my husband just kept thinking it was crazy that people would fly all the way over there to come to the U.S. to leave to go on a cruise. And I'm like, well, people over here fly all the way over there to go on a cruise too. The other thing I noticed is that the dress code in other countries, I think, is different than what we've got here, especially when it comes to swimwear. Because I have never seen so many thongs and Speedos in one place in my life. Thongs and Speedos, y'all. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Hey, Miss Carrie. Hey, girl. Tardy to the party. That's okay, girl. Girl, hey, I'm just glad you're here. It's all good. But yes, is thongs and Speedos more prevalent in other countries? Have I been under a rock, I guess? I don't know. And I'm not being a prude about it. It's just, y'all, there was some ladies that didn't have any business wearing such attire. And men that didn't have the physique to wear such attire. Ms. Lynn said it's that way in Germany too. Like I said, it's fine. I just was like, and I noticed that, and again, just people in general, I don't know who or where they were from, but rude. We were standing in line. We were in line for the buffet, and people just come and just literally over the top of you to get something. And I'm like, I'm right here. I'm right here. My answer was, excuse me, I'm sorry I was in your way. And then they go, oh. I don't know, y'all. I guess I've lived in the South too long, and my mama taught me manners. Yes, Miss Carrie, I think she is. Yes, men in the Speedos with the beer bellies. Yes, Miss Sandy. Yes. That and the ladies where it was it looked more like dental floss than it did a bathing suit. But hey, what do I know? Okay. Well, y'all, I could just, we're gonna get these painted up here, and then I'm gonna distress these. Y'all, this is I put the link in the I apologize for my voice, y'all. I apologize. I put the link for this kit. It should be, it's in the description. And there is 2 versions of this kit. Y'all, there is this, oops, there's the full-size version that I'm working on. And there's also the mini version. Y'all, I think it's cute. The mini version is cute, cute, cute. Y'all, I made it into, I put magnets on the back of mine, but you could use it either as a magnet or you can use it for, to put it on a tier tray. Cute, cute, cute. Yes, we were talking. Yes, yes. I know, Miss Sandy, you are right. They were, girl, they had no business wearing them clothes. But, hey, to each his own. So, but we had a good time. Like I said, weather was perfect. We got to, our favorite part is going to the shows. We, my husband and I, we like going to the shows, and we went and saw, I think we saw every show. Maybe there was one. I think there was one that we missed, but my husband wasn't, it was a show where they did a tribute to Queen, and it was at like 10:30 at night, 10 or 10:30 at night, and that night that it was on, y'all, we were done. We were tired, so we were already asleep. We were already asleep by then, so yeah. And we weren't impressed either with the entertainment. Like they had 2 comedians on there that we normally love getting to go to the comedians comedy show. They had 2. One was okay. Y'all, the other one, he was bombing. He was bombing, I tell you. You done a Disney cruise, so not so many speed. It's scary. Oh, goodness. Yes, Miss Doreen, we had great weather. The seas were great. No. No issues with the seas. No issues. Okay, y'all, here's what I did so far. I've got our, y'all, this is drying up really good. Y'all, here's our little our faux cutting board, okay? I know, Miss Carrie, I know, it's all right here in my head. Hey, Miss Janelle. So here's our cutting board. And y'all, I've got our little carrots. Oops, I still got work to do on them, okay? We still got to distress them and zhuzh them up some more. And we're going to add some little tops to these. We got our tops. And now I've got my cute little, well, I keep dropping it. The chicken wire that we're going to put, that's going to sit, it's going to sit up, raise up off this, so that all our carrots go down in this little cutting board, y'all. And we're going to distress this like I did before when I did that little snowman shovel and the little rake. We're going to paint it. We're going to give it some silver. Miss Anna, girl, listen, I was about to send a search party after you. I hope that you are feeling better, girl. I assume that work has been kicking your tail, that you've been busy playing catch up from being out. I hope you are feeling better. Yes, Miss Doreen. I am. I'm drinking lots of water, y'all. Like I said, it's just talking makes it sound a little gravelly. But y'all, I'm using the silver. Okay, I've got the Delta ceramic coats, the silver. Y'all, this is my favorite silver that I have found because it has good coverage. Sometimes the metallics are really watery. And I found with this paint, it does still take me 2 coats, but sometimes I feel like the metallic can take more than that. Can take more than that. So oh, y'all, she's cute. This is good. I think I love this little. I think it's so cute. Our little primitive. Y'all, this thing too, with doing this with the little carrots, depending on what you have, what your kitchen decor is, you know, this is something that can sit out longer than just Easter. And especially if you're not doing it in the bright, you know, if you're not doing it in the pastel colors. Oh, hey, Miss Annette, you have the same thing, girl? Yeah, I tested. I didn't have strep. I don't have flu. I don't have COVID. It's just a cold. How do I like the Crafter's Choice Paint? The Crafter's Collection Paint. It did fine. It is a good alternative to the deco art. So as far as getting this from Hobby Lobby instead of deco art for the price, oh, Miss Anna just got over the flu. Gosh, Miss Anna, girl, I'm telling you, y'all, this stuff kicks you when you're down. Kicks you when you're down. That's it. And y'all, like I said, y'all, before the cruise, my husband and I both were taking, we were both taking vitamin C and taking our vitamins to, so that, you know, we were getting ahead of the gunk, you know. And I'm hoping it helped by the fact that I don't have it any worse. So, but I've taken medicine, y'all. So I've got medicine. I got my I've taken Mucinex. And I got that. got that in me, so. Yes, our friends got sick too, Miss Dory, and they're sick. They got the crud too, so we're not the only one. Okay, where is my well, I have lost my Waverly. Well, here's a bottle. I had 2 bottles of it, so I don't know. Oh, I know. It'd be a lot worse if I didn't take it. It would be, y'all. I have no doubt. Have no doubt at all. Okay, y'all. We are going to give this some... we're going to try to distress this some, okay? I got my... that's already... things dried up. We're going to kind of dampen that little bad boy back up. And I've got my cinnamon, y'all, and I've painted our little thing silver. I'm gonna get my Waverly here. Hopefully this is gonna do right. Okay, y'all. Okay. So I just kind of made okay. I took some Waverly, y'all, and just painted some on, okay, in different places, and then I wiped it off. I don't know that you can see it. That light kind of brightens it up, but it's not all bright, shiny silver anymore, okay? I'm going to leave my Waverly out because I may need more of it. Now I'm going to take some Mod Podge. Okay. And I'm going to get some Mod Podge. And I'm going to just put Mod Podge on some different places. Okay. And then I'm going to take my cinnamon. Y'all, this is going to be a great big mess. Let me see if I can do it this way. That way I can make sure to... hello to Miss Doreen. Oh, Miss Doreen's got her great grandson. Girl. Okay, y'all. So I'm just taking this cinnamon and I'm just kind of patting it a little where I had that, where I put the Mod Podge on. Okay, y'all, I'm going to try to save that since this is not used for anything but crafting. This stays up here. It doesn't get used. I'm recycling. Recycle my cinnamon, okay? So that is a do not use because it stays up here. Okay. Look at that. Look. I love it. Like I said, I think it looks I think it looks dusty and crusty. Just adding a little more Waverly in places. What do you think? I think it looks like rusted and dusted. Rusty, dusty chicken wire to me. Get my Waverly. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Let me get my, because we're gonna put, we're gonna rustic up our carrots, but I want to go ahead and, this is the spacer that goes on the back of here, okay? That will go on here, okay? So it makes that, do you see how it's got the gap in there? That way we can put the stuff down in it. So while we're going to rust this up, I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to go ahead and get this glued down. And that way it can sit and make sure it gets glued down. Down to the bottom of that glue bottle. Okay. And y'all, I grabbed my little clips. These come from the Dollar Tree. If you don't have them, you need them because they are wonderful for these projects because they hold this stuff in place for you while your glue sits. It is amazing. Like I said, they work great, the little clamps, to hold this stuff together. That way the glue will sit and let it get, because it takes a minute for it to get, for it to glue. Because using some of this thin wood, y'all, I didn't even hook up my glue gun. I have been using this stuff, it's that B7000 that you get on Amazon. I mainly use it all the time. The main reason is because a lot of our seasonal crafts, people store them, and when they store them, they put them in their shed, they put them in their attic or whatever. And if you hot glue all this stuff, what happens is when it gets hot, the glue melts and it falls apart. Okay. So, Miss Lynn, I think there's like 6 of them. I think you get 6 of them for like what, the $1.50 or $1.25 or whatever. Oh, y'all. I apologize. My nose is running. Y'all, I promise I don't feel that bad. Now we're taking our little spindle carrots. Y'all, I've painted them with the Autumn Harvest paint. And the green, the tops of them I did with Hauser medium green. Y'all, that ended up being the perfect color. And I'm going to take my little sander here, and I'm going to rustic these up, and I'm going to sand the sides. And get them all ready. And we're going to we're going to get some Waverly on these too, to kind of give them some rustic. But y'all, other than that, the adventure coming home, it was uneventful, which again is amazing. Which is what you want when you're going on vacation, is for everything to go smooth, to go like it's supposed to, and it did. Oh, y'all, I've been up here and I haven't seen what is the latest on that, Savannah Guthrie's mother. Have they found her yet? I thought I saw that something was supposed to happen at 5 o'clock today, so I didn't know. Where's Miss Janelle? Miss Janelle, you're out there in Arizona. You may be hearing more information than is out there on the local news. Y'all, I know this is the meticulous part, but I really feel like when you take the time, these little details like this are what stand out. Because look how cute. Oh, hey, Miss Ann. Hey, Miss Ann, you've got the stomach bug, girl. Oh, I am going to have to turn on my glue gun for some of this, y'all. I just realized I'm planning on putting something green on these. Miss Ann, I hope you get to feeling better, girl. I don't have the stomach bug, but I got the crud. Mine, they're calling the cruise crud. It's what you get when you come back from being on a cruise or flying. It's 2 hours away from you. Okay, there's Miss Janelle. I knew she was out there in the vicinity, but y'all, I hate it. I mean, that's so sad. I can't imagine, y'all. That little old, she doesn't deserve this, y'all. So I hate that for her and for the family. So I hope they get some information soon. I know, Miss Sandy, I know. I know. But you know, Miss Sandy, things work in mysterious ways sometimes, and you just never know. I mean, there have been people that have been found and are okay, and yeah, I heard that. I did see something about that they released the timeline like the day before that she had went somewhere, or maybe it was her, that she had that an Uber had picked her up. My spidey senses says, my spidey senses says, I don't know. I just hope they find her. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. All these little twists and turns in this little thing. It, looks like somebody was in her house for 45 minutes. Well, maybe that's good, Kathy, because maybe they were packing a bag. Maybe they were packing her a to-go bag. But you know, I don't think I've heard them say that other than her, was there anything, have they said anything is missing from the house other than her? I mean, was anything stolen? I don't know. Y'all, I'm on my last one, I promise. I promise. They said nothing's missing. Y'all, why would you come take an 80-something-year-old woman? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, let me. Here, let me just get rid of this. That way, that gets all that cinnamon. It's all that cinnamon out of the way. Haven't heard him say nothing's missing. Yo. I don't know. Okay, we're going to start, let's decorate these a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to take my jute and wrap around the top of this carrot. Okay. And then I'm going to tie it here. Just tied a little bow on these 2 carrots that are the ones that already had that have the green tops. Yeah, exactly. What are they going to do to her? I know. Oh, good night, Miss Anna. Girl, I know you, girl. Get to feeling better. I'm glad to see that you're up and about though, girl. Okay, y'all. We're going to use that here in just a second. Okay, so these other 3, y'all, I have some greenery that I've got over here. I have these green sprigs that I was going to think about using. I've got those green. And then I have these. I have this. Now let's see which one. Which one of these do y'all like better? Which one do you like better? The light green or the dark green? Light or dark? Light green or dark green? Guess I could do some of both, but this is Now I'm going to go ahead and get this glued down so that way it can be gluing down. Oh. Y'all. Just sanding the edges. Y'all, I just sanded around the edges of here. You like the light green, dark green, light green? I hear light green. You like, Miss Doreen says, I'm not going to choose. I like them both. Yeah, I think we both work. I may try the light green. Let's see. Here's it's glued down. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Move it. Hold it real quick here. I'll put that there. Okay. So that's sitting there. That's got to like that thing. So let's see here what these light green ones look like. Y'all, I'm going to glue those. I'm going to glue them to the back. Okay. I may cut a little of that off. I'm going to glue them onto the back, and then I'm going to tie the jute around it. But I am going to have to use my glue gun for this because otherwise, so that stuff ain't going to stick if I don't use the hot glue for it. Hold that there. Okay. And then I'm taking the jute, wrapping it around the top like I did before. And then we're going to tie this. That'll help hold that green on too. It's got hot glue back there to hold it on. And like I said, I may trim the tops of these a little bit. Let's see what they look like. Do. I like it, girls. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. There it is. There's my little thing. Okay. Said I put the hot glue on the back here. Glued them down. Oh, y'all, that cinnamon is cinnamon tonight. It's got me all... Okay. Take this. Just wrap it around. Cut off. Y'all just put it as much as you, just as many times as you want. I didn't have, there's no right or wrong. No right or wrong. Y'all, these are cute. Y'all, if I can do this, y'all can do this. Look how stinking cute. I need one more. Let's get some. Let me get them a little doodad to hold them down. I love the carrots too. I think they are so cute, Miss Janet. Okay, get my jute here for this one. Okay, there we go. Get that cut. Oop. Thank you, Miss Sandy. Thank you, Miss Janet. Y'all, I think they're cute. Who would have thought? Okay. Y'all. And our little. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna put a little. I'm gonna get some Waverly here on my baby wipe. And just getting the edges. Just kind of getting the edges. The good thing about putting it on with a baby wipe that, like I said, you can wipe it off if you need to. Looks cute. Hopefully this thing is getting stuck. Oh, yeah. It's still a little bit loosey-goosey, but y'all. And I'm going to make a bow, too. So these things just get stuck. Okay. Y'all, I may not need a bow. Yeah, I may put a little something. It needs a tag or something. No, it needs something. Okay, y'all, I'm trying to figure out how to put these carrots. Look how cute. No, I think it still needs some kind of little bow or something up here. And I promise I'm going to do a little. I'm just going to do a little something. We're going to do this green and some orange. And let me see if I can get this to rip. This piece was folded in two. Let's see if I can get it to. If not, I'll just let it go. No, it ain't gonna. Just have to cut it. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Thank you, Miss Sandy. Miss Janelle, y'all. Now I think I may just leave these folded because they are what they are. They are what they are. If I leave them folded, they're going to be a little fatter. Okay, let's see here. Put more green down. I'll put some orange. Put some more green. Oh, I got another orange. I'm gonna see if this. Y'all, I'm leaving the little strings in there and everything. And I'm gonna add this little bit of. A little bit of green. Grab me some toot. Some tooty toot. Trying to make a. You know, this is just that messy bow, the little crisscross applesauce bow. Get it tight, and then get it. Tighten the knot. Okay, it's got to have a button. Or a star. We need a button. my little, yeah, it's just going to be, we're just getting a little button. And let me see if I can get our little, okay. So I'm going to pull that through, put the jute through the little holes. Get that a little bit so I can get. Okay. Now I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to run this one up through here. Ha, ha, ha. And then I'm going to tie a little jute bow on the button. Hey, Miss Lori. No, who said, I can't see, whoever, I missed the comment about the snow. No, I didn't get to play in the snow. No, we got to see it. There was still some snow here, but not a lot. Look at this. Look how cute. Y'all see how, look at that, putting the jute through the button. I think it makes a big difference. Okay, so I feel like y'all don't come at me, but I'm cutting. Some of these need a haircut. I feel like they're too long. They're too long. Okay, the green was too long. You love the bow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the bow. Does it need to go up here? I think that's too much. I think it's too much with the carrots. What do you think about over? What do you think about here on the side? I think here on the side. I think that works. And you know what else? Tell me to stop. You like the side? I think the side, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a little tag, y'all. This is just a craft paper tag, and all I did was wet it. Okay, just wet it so that it'll help me crumple it up. Okay, to make it look. And then I can take my dryer here. Okay, y'all, I'm using my little funky. Okay, just to kind of give it some kind of little edge, I just cut them. Some scissors there. And I'm going to put it on the side, and then I got to get my little okay. What are we going to put? Oh, you asked me, Troy. It must have got lost. You asked the story. Have I ever made wreath? Yes. And it was a beautiful disaster. Let's just leave it at that. I have made wreaths before, and it was a hit or miss. So I got rid of all my wreath stuff. I gave it away to a friend of mine that does beautiful wreaths. But yes, no, it didn't. Me and the wreaths don't work. B-U-N-N-Y B-A-I. Where's my tea? Because I was going to do bunny bait. Oh. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so here's our little tag, and it's going to say, we're going to do bunny bait. Okay. This is what happens when I sit here and think about it and I go, oh, what about this one more thing? Y'all got to learn to stop me. Okay. Bunny bait. And then I got my distress ink. That we're going to take the distress ink and just kind of just rub it over the tag. Makes it look rusty dusty. Okay, so now we tie this little tag on here. We should be about done, guys. Okay. Oh, okay. Take my glue. Y'all, we're going to do a little bit of both glues. I'm going to do my B7000 stuff, and we're using hot glue to make sure it sticks. Make sure this is going the right way. Oh, y'all. I love it. Okay, y'all. I love it when a plan comes together. Y'all, I think it's turned out cute. And then let me add my jute around the top here. Y'all, look how cute. Y'all, how cute did this turn out? I love it, y'all. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it, love it, I love it, love it. Okay, y'all. Listen, sometimes you just gotta toot your own horn, okay? Just, you know, get excited over the little things, okay, y'all? Because in the end, it's all just the little things. So here's what we started out. Y'all, this kit, the kit is linked in the description for this live. This is the cutting board. It's the Farmhouse, the cutting board with carrots, and y'all, these slide out. This is going to be a great one too, because depending on how you do yours, okay, you can do. I'm going to have more stuff that you can buy for the interchangeables to go in this. So if you want to make your cutting board just plain, do it white. And that way for each season, you can take these out and put the next thing down in it. Okay. You could put, you know, just put a more generic bow, like do a black, maybe paint this white and do a black and white checkered bow. And that way the interchangeable stuff can go in there, for the different seasons. But this one, has the carrots that are with it, and y'all, cute. And then also, just so you know, and I need to add some jute to this one, but this is the large one. Smash it and let it blow continuously. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Y'all, this is the mini version, okay? And so this is the little mini version that I have available too, that if you just want to try the little one, you can put magnets on the back, or you could use this to sit like on a tier tray. You know, it could be used just as a little decor piece. But they're both available in my shop at longbriarcottage.com, and the link is there. Oh yeah, put a magnet or Velcro for the bow. That way you can change out a bow for the seasons. That's exactly right. Put a piece of Velcro or a magnet there. And that way you just change it out for the season. That's perfect, Miss Cat. But y'all, I think it's so cute. I think it turned out great. And like I said, I think the little ones are cute too. So if you're interested in either one, they are, the link is up there in my shop. Thank you, Miss Robin. Thank you, Miss Cindy, Miss Sandy, Miss Kathy, Miss Janelle, Miss Janet. You guys are wonderful. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do apologize that I've got all this, but it is what it is. I'm hoping I will be better. Wanted to remind you guys, this weekend is at the Bunnies, and it's the Bunnies live event that we're doing this weekend over on the Crafting Network, and also I'll be live here on my page. I will be live Sunday night at 5 p.m. I am putting a post out there tomorrow again, reminding everybody, but that event is going to start. It's going to be 3 days on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there's going to be crafters going live all 3 days. So if you have, if you're stuck inside this weekend because of the weather, make sure you tune in to the Crafting Network and see who all's on. But I know that Sunday night, I'm on, my friend Carrie from Crafting Sweets is on, and my friend Heather from Creating with Love and Grace. We're all on, I believe, on Sunday night, right there about that same time. So hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you Sunday night, 5 p.m. Eastern time, right here on my page. But there'll be other crafters going live on their pages and streaming on the Crafting Network on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for our Bunnies. I should have wrote it down. It's Bunnies and something event. So record cold temps. So Sunday. Exactly. Miss Doreen, make you a big pot of soup and snuggle in for the evening and hang out and watch all of us make our bunny crafts. So I'll be doing a bunny on Sunday night. So I love you guys. We'll see you on Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to go rest and go get in bed and take some more medicine so that I can be ready for Friday to hit the ground running. So I love you guys. Thank you very much. And we will see you all next time. Bye.